Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss the various vocabularies and phrases that we can use in a complaint letter. So we write complaint letter mostly to state objection. Like for example, your airport is going to get bigger and you want to object because it can negatively impact the people in that vicinity. Or you can write a complaint letter to state dissatisfaction about some service that was provided to you. Or a complaint letter can also be written to state disapproval of something. Now, first let's look at some opening lines that we can use in a complaint letter. The first one is, I would like to draw your kind attention to the extremely tardy progress made by the municipality. So tardy means something that is delayed or done slow. Now imagine you're writing a complaint letter about the gutters that are kept open. So your starting line can be, I would like to draw your kind attention to the extremely tardy progress made by the municipality in closing the open gutters that were kept open during the floods in our city. Or anything else. This is just an example that I gave you. So this is one of the most common opening lines that students use. I would like to draw your kind attention to the. Okay. The next opening line, I am pained to inform you that due to the recklessness means carelessness of your company, my travel plans have been jeopardized. We use the word jeopardized when we have to say that something is compromised or you have put in a situation of loss or if you are in a situation of danger. So here you can use this opening line if it is a complaint letter to the travel agent who has wrongly booked the ticket for you on a wrong date. So that is when you can use this. I am pained to inform you that due to the recklessness of your company, my travel plans have been jeopardized. Okay, the next opening line you will use if there is any problem that all the people in your vicinity or in the society is facing. I am writing this letter on behalf of all the residents of Dash Society. So you can write any society like Sun City Society, where all the people are suffering from the menace of, you can write mosquitoes or stray dogs, which has become a frequent occurrence. So menace means a threat, something has affecting them negatively. Another opening line for a very general complaint is, I am writing this letter to complain about the problem I faced. You can write in the hotel that I stayed in. Or you can write, I am writing this letter to express my dissatisfaction about the problem I faced. And what problem you faced, you can explain. That will be relevant to the question that is given. I hope so much is clear. Let's go to the next. I am writing this letter to apprise you with some difficulties I faced. So apprise means to give a notice or to inform. So I'm writing this letter to inform you is very common, so you can use a better vocabulary called apprise. So I'm writing this letter to apprise you with some difficulties I faced. This is a general complaint. You can write it in a general complaint letter. The next two also you can write in general complaint letter. The next is, I am writing to express my resentment on. So the synonym of the word resentment, you can say displeasure, or you can write to express my dissatisfaction. Another opening line that you can use is, I am writing to express my deep disappointment and frustration regarding the subpar service that was provided at your restaurant. So subpar means below normal or below what is accepted. So these are few of the opening lines that you can use in your letters. Now let's go to some concluding lines that you will use in your complaint letter. The first is, I hope you will understand the gravity of the issue. Means how big a problem is or how deep the issue is. So I hope you will understand the gravity of the situation and take immediate actions to rectify the issue. Rectify is to solve. You mentioned the problems and you have also mentioned the solution. So you're asking them to understand the gravity of the situation and also take actions to rectify the mistake. The next one, I hope my proposal would be taken into consideration and implemented so that we could redress the problem at the earliest. So instead of rectify, another synonym is redress. It also means the same. So in some letters, they ask you for the problem and they also ask for the solution. So after you give the solution, you can write this. I hope my proposal would be taken into consideration and also implemented so that we could redress the problem at the earliest. Again, if you have given a solution, an alternative concluding line you can write is, if the above measures are taken, or you can write the word adopted, it would greatly help to reduce the grievances of the people and make their lives easier. So if a lot of people are facing a particular problem, you can write this particular concluding line because it will reduce the grievances of the people and make them lead better lives. These measures would go a long way to safeguard the people from. So maybe there are no CCTV cameras in your society and there are constant robberies that take place. You can, after give the measures to implement CCTV cameras, you can say these measures would go a long way to safeguard the people from robbery, chain snatching and other petty crimes as well. The next concluding line, now imagine if in a hotel you went and the staff, they were really rude and you're writing the letter to the hotel owner. In the concluding line you can write, please admonish your staff. Admonish means reprimand. Reprimand means scold or warn firmly for such behavior as it would not reflect positively on your business and it could suffer greatly. The next is, I would request you to investigate the shortcomings so that other people do not face the same ordeal which I had to face. I hope this issue will be resolved promptly and amicably. So imagine you have not got a particular product, so you have not received it, or if it has been misplaced. So you can write this line saying, I would request you to investigate the shortcomings. So these are the shortcomings or the problems so that other people do not face the same problem which I had to face. And I hope this issue will be resolved. Promptly means quickly. And amicably means in a friendly manner without any resentments or fight. Without any problem. So this is a very good concluding line that you can use after a complaint letter. The next is, it is imperative that such carelessness should be evaded and such lapses does not happen in the future. So the same topic for which you have not received the product or if the product has misplaced, you can write, it is imperative means it is important that such carelessness is recklessness or such shortcomings should be evaded. Evaded means prevented. And such lapses does not happen in the future. Lapses are the shortcomings or the problems. Again, you have written the complaint, you have also written the solution. Say you can write, I would be grateful. Now this is The spelling of grateful is Grateful. Again, a very common spelling mistake among students. They write Greatful. Yeah. So I would be grateful if my suggestions would be taken into consideration and appropriate steps would be taken to resolve this problem at the earliest. The next concluding line that you can write is, please look into the matter and firmly reprimand your staff. Reprimand means admonish. That was a new word we learned before, right? Admonish. So M-O-N-I-S-H. Admonish or firmly warn someone. So here it is, admonishing the staff regarding such negligence that occurs time and again. So if some mistake is happening again and again, you can write this concluding line saying such negligence from their part does not happen again. So many options to choose from, and you can choose certain words from these and also mix and match and write this according to your convenience and what is appropriate for the letter. Now let's look at some vocabularies that you can use in a complaint letter to score high marks. So the first one is aggravated the problem. So if something or some reason you are mentioning that has increased the problem multifold. So you can use the word it has aggravated the problem instead of just write increased the problem. Another very common vocabulary you can use is nuisance. This is a nuisance for the people in our society. Or you're complaining about loud music that is played post 10 p.m. So you can say it is nuisance for the people around. Another very important vocabulary is it is a grave problem. Grave means deep. It is an important and a deep problem that should not be ignored. Another phrase that you can use is it is the need of the hour. Need of the hour means abhi bahut important hai. It is the need of the hour that we curb the use of plastics because otherwise the problem can go out of hand. It is the need of the hour that we save our planet Earth before it is too late. अगर एक्शन अभी का अभी लेना है किसी चीज में, so you can write it is the need of the hour. So it is the need of the hour that we identify the issue and rectify it immediately. The next one is curtail the spread. So curtail means control. So you are giving the solution. You can say to curtail the spread of diseases by mosquitoes, we can fumigate the houses post rains and also prevent water stagnation in the garden. So this can help to curtail the spread of diseases. Just an example for you to understand where you can use it. The next one is to surmount the problem. Surmount means to overcome the problem. So this is a better word. Instead of the word to solve the problem, you can write to surmount the problem. Another common vocabulary is to hamper or curb. Curb means same thing, control or curtail. So if you want to use the word, it can hamper the growth of. Or if there are a lot of robberies, you want them to put a CCTV camera, you can say that can hamper the growing issue of robbery and chain snatching that is happening in our society. The next one is precarious condition. Precarious means dangerous. So if a manhole is kept open, it is a precarious condition that can cause the loss of innocent lives. So precarious condition is a dangerous condition. The next is dilapidated state. Dilapidated means it's in a very horrible state. We usually use this word when it is about buildings. The building is in a dilapidated state. So maybe if you're writing a letter of complaint stating that the bus stop near your house is in a very critical condition and it needs to be refurbished or it needs renovation, then you can say the building is in a dilapidated state and requires immediate measures to be taken to reconstruct the bus stop. The next is this is further compounded by. So this problem is aggravated by, or another word is this is further compounded by means this problem is further increased by something else. If you're saying, if you're adding another point, then you can say, you can use this. The next is this problem has, or my complaint has fallen on deaf ears. So if you have complained numerous number of times, but still if no action has been taken, so you can say my complaint has fallen on deaf ears. किसी ने कुछ सुनाई नहीं, or I was ignored, or no one has paid any attention to what I had to say. The next is jeopardize. I already told you jeopardize means danger or harm. Again, if as a continuation of this, my complaint has fallen on deaf ears and nothing substantial has been done. The next is adversely affects. Adversely means badly. So maybe you're complaining to the restaurant owner stating that the quality of food is horrible or atrocious. So you can say that this adversely affects the reputation of your hotel. There are still a lot of other vocabularies that you can use, but these are just a few examples that I stated. So please make it a point to go through all these phrases and vocabularies and use them, because especially in formal and semi-formal letters, you have to write these formal sentences and you just can't write it in the words that we normally have a conversation in. Please share this video among your friends so that even they can gain through it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because I don't want you to lose out on any important videos that will definitely help you to excel in your examination. God bless and take care of yourself.